Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy once again. I just keep pumping out these wrestling videos. So yeah, these are all the things I've been meaning to catch up on, talk about. Um, I wanted to do my review on Evolve. Evolve Wrestling had the 10th anniversary show last weekend, which was the same day that AEW's Fight for the Fallen show in Jacksonville was also aired that same day. Um, Evolve's 10th anniversary show was featured on the WWE Network, which was kind of interesting for lots of reasons. We know the owner of Evolve, Gabe Sapolsky, who is the spiritual successor, the not spiritual successor, the protege to Paul Heyman, has been having a working relationship with Triple H in particular and NXT over the last like maybe 2 years, 2 to 3 years. Because Gabe Sapolsky, I think, does not production work, but I think he does some writing a little bit for NXT. So there is a working relationship with him and Triple H slash WWE. So it was really interesting to see Evolve um, for their 10th year anniversary show uh, get this get this type of publicity to be featured on the WWE network. And also interesting that WWE put it up against AEW's Fight for the Fallen show, which again we all thought, or at least the interpretation was that Evolve might air a little bit earlier. Nope, it literally aired the exact same time on the network as AEW's Fight for the Fallen. So I've been wanting to get around to do a review of both this and the AEW pay per view Fight for the Fallen. I don't know if I'm going to do Fight for the Fallen review now since that's kind of been past us now. Right now, New Japan G1 Climax tournament is what's really hot right now, and I've been enjoying some of that stuff, catching up on that. Um, but it's just been a lot of wrestling going on. So I do wanted to get to Evolve because I actually enjoyed the show. So I saw Fight for the Fallen first live as that aired. Once that ended, I immediately watched the Evolve anniversary show. Um, right after AEW show had ended. So it was a lot of wrestling for me on Saturday, but it was a good Saturday as a wrestling fan. Um, Weekend too, because you had Extreme Rules the next day. But anyway, um, Evolve. So I'm not going to talk about the whole pay per view. I'm just going to talk about the last three matches because to me, I think those were the best matches on the card. Um, so the undercard was kind of okay. It was a little weak. Evolve is a show that I've watched sporadically throughout the years. I'm not like an Evolve fan where I follow everything from Evolve. Evolve, I would put in the same category as like, say, ICW, which is Insane Championship Wrestling, or What Culture Pro Wrestling, or well, which has now been rebranded as Defiant. Um, I'm trying to think of some Pro Wrestling Gorilla. Those are some wrestling companies I follow sporadically. I never really like was a hardcore and watched them. I knew their existence. I know the history, but I just follow them sporadically. I know there are a lot of guys from WWE, even before NXT was even a blimp in anybody's mind. A lot of guys have had history with Evolve Wrestling, from Drew McIntyre to EC3. I was there for a little bit for a cup of coffee. Daniel Bryan, Joey Gargano, um, who else? Keith Lee. Um, what's his name? Shane Strickland, who's now in WWE. Uh, Matt Riddle, who was just in Evolve and was Evolve champion like a year ago before he came into WWE. So there's a lot of history with Evolve and some superstars you see today in NXT and up to the main roster. So Evolve has fostered some good talent. Daniel Bryan also has some history with Evolve Wrestling. But like I said, the undercard I felt was a little weak. Um, there was one spot I will mention. It was one of the women's match, the only women's match they had. I don't know the girl's name, but she was kind of like a rocker goth chick, biker chick. She does like this ridiculous dive. She just goes face first, hits the row of chairs. Looked really bad and nasty. I was like, God, I pray for this girl's safety, but she ended up being okay. But the first match I want to talk about here on this card, Matt Riddle versus Drew Gulak. This match was awesome. To me, I think this was probably, besides the main event, it was kind of a toss up between the two. But I say that this was the match of the night on that pay per view, and I would even go as far as to say this is a match of the year candidate. Now, since then, we've had quite a lot of pretty other good wrestling matches. Ishii versus Jon Moxley in the G1 Climax is a match of the year candidate. One of the matches Will Ospreay had, I can't think of the guy's name. Match of the year candidate, in my opinion. But this is definitely up there for sure. This match was awesome. It was back and forth. It was awesome. Like, Matt Riddle versus Drew Gulak could have been the main event, and I would have been like happy with it. Like, it had a big fight feel to it. It did. It had a big fight feel to it. It was a special match. Matt Riddle got over, got the win, the pin and the win, and moves on. That was the match of the night for me. At that point, that's why I thought the pay per view picked up. In my opinion. Hold on a second here. I'm trying to bring it up here. Yeah. So that I thought that was awesome. Then the next match we had, well, before the next match we had Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman came out and was really giving praise to Evolve and giving it a plug. The Evolve show was aired at the ECW Philadelphia Arena, which is kind of funny. Again, that it, the iconic Philadelphia ECW Arena being hosted by Evolve Wrestling, which is Gabe Sapolsky, who is Paul Heyman's protege, who's worked with Paul Heyman for years, going back to ECW, the years in ECW. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to see Paul Heyman, the same building that Paul Heyman hosted his wrestling company, his protege's wrestling company is now hosting that exact same arena. That was pretty awesome, and to see Paul Heyman put over the next two talents in the next show was great. Which brings it up to the next match. This was a title for title match. Austin Theory, the Evolve champion, versus JD Drake, who's the WWN champion. This was a solid match. Austin Theory is a guy I have been very familiar with over the last 2 years. I have sung Austin Theory's praise. I have said Austin Theory to me is a guy that WWE should get. Like, not tomorrow, but now. He is 22 years old, very, very young in terms of his prime of his career. Very young, has a good look, has a sick ass finisher, and has a an overall good like character, personality, persona. It's there. I think a little bit more polishing, the guy can be something big for WWE. I've been singing Austin Theory's praises for years. No one really knew who he was. I think the best thing about the Evolve show being on the WWE Network platform really showcased a lot of talent from Evolve that a lot of people might not know. And it's funny because people